years to please Lord Brahma. When Lord Brahma was pleased by this demon's austerity and offered to fulfill any benediction, he said, "If you will kindly grant me the benediction I desire, please let me not meet death from any of the living entities created by you. Grant me that I shall not die within any residence or outside any residence, during the daytime or at night, nor on the ground or in the sky. Grant me that my death shall not be brought by any being other than those created by you, nor by any weapon, nor by any human being or animal. Grant me that I shall not meet death from any entity, living or non-living. Grant me further that I shall not be killed by any demigod or demon, or by any great snake from the lower planets. Since no one can kill you in the battlefield, you have no competitor. Therefore, grant me the benediction that I too may have no rival. Give me sole lordship over all the living entities and presiding deities, and give me all the glories obtained by that position. Furthermore, give me all the mystic powers obtained by long austerities and the practice of yoga, for these cannot be lost at any time." In this way, this terrible demon began creating a havoc throughout the creation. He conquered all the entire universe. This demon was none other than Hiranyakashipu. While there seemed no hope for goodness during his reign, he had a son named Prahlad. Although born in the family of demons, Prahlad was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. Just like a lotus in a swamp, we present to you from the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Nrsimhadev slays the king of demons.
सावधान, मामूलाइजा होशियार, अखिल ब्रह्मांड विजेता, परम जय, परम प्रतापी, असुरा सम्राट भगवान हिरण्यकशिपु पधार रहे हैं।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे chant. This is my kingdom and no one chants here. And if anyone dares to chant, he will be crushed beneath my feet.
Maharaj, your son, Prahlad, has just returned from Gurukul and shall meet you now.
My dear father, all glories to you, father.
Prahlad. My boy Prahlad, tell me, what is the best of all the subjects that you have learned from your teacher?
I have learned from my spiritual master that one who has accepted the human form of life has to undergo suffering and is embarrassed by anxiety. One should go to the forest of Vrindavan and take shelter to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu.
Vishnu. Such is the intelligence of the child, which has been spoiled by the words of the enemy. Go with him, take him to Gurukula, give him full protection, ensure that his intelligence is not influenced by the Vaishnavas who might have come there in disguise.
You are Guru.
आओ बच्चों, प्रसाद ले लो।
ओ प्रसाद।
हाँ, प्रसाद ले लो।
प्रसाद।
प्रसाद चाहिए? लो प्रसाद। छोटा प्रसाद नहीं। लड्डू चाहिए, बड़ा लड्डू। बड़ा लड्डू नहीं मिलेगा।
You are a small boy. You take this small laddu. This is enough for you.
बड़ा लड्डू चाहिए। कुत्ते की तरह काटा मुझे।
What are you doing?
प्रसाद ले रहा हूँ भैया।
Who is elder here?
आप बड़े हैं।
Then I should take this laddu.
आरती मैंने किया भैया।
I also did dance. I protected the laddu from the boy. Now I should take this laddu.
नहीं भैया, मैं खाता हूँ। What is all this? प्रणाम। कौन गुरुपुत्र शानदार नंबर का गुरुपुत्र मंत्री इलाज करवा ले। आंखों की इलाज करवा ले। ये है शांडा और मैं हूँ अमेरिका। और ऐसे शक्लें गुरुपुत्र। Anyways, this is Rajkumar Prahlad. Lord Hiranyakashipu is extremely disappointed with his performance at Gurukul.
Why? What happened?
ये लड़का भगवान के सामने उनके गोदी में बैठकर
गोदी हो?
दुश्मन की प्रशंसा कर रहा है।
दुश्मन की प्रशंसा हो?
What is this, Prahlad? Tell us what is happening. Who taught you all of that?
Prahlad, you are our student. Who taught this for you?
Do not lie to us, Prahlad. Do not lie to us. Tell us the truth. Who brainwashed you?
Just like an iron is naturally attracted to an iron, just like an iron is naturally attracted to a magnet, my heart is naturally attracted to the Lord. Thus, I have no independence.
The Lord? Vishnu?
Vishnu?
Bring me my stick. We have to teach him the art of Asura Dharma. About diplomacy and politics. Make sure you keep a strict watch on this boy.
Sure, Mangaji.
And correct him. Otherwise, Lord Hiranyakashipu will kill you both. We will not fail the Lord. Is that understood?
Yes, Mataji. Come, Prahlad. You will just start the class with us. You will be sitting along with the student and you will start the class now.
It is said that no child is born demoniac or in the mood of pure goodness. Children learn from the environment they are exposed to. It is hence said that right teaching, training, and guidance results in the growth of first-class human beings. Shanda and Amarka began teaching Prahlad about the paths of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. After some time, the teachers Shanda and Amarka thought that Prahlad Maharaj was sufficiently educated in the diplomatic affairs of pacifying public leaders, appeasing them by giving them lucrative posts, dividing and ruling over them, and punishing them in cases of disobedience. Then, one day, after Prahlad's mother had personally washed the boy and dressed him nicely with sufficient ornaments, they presented him before his father.
Maharaj, you're looking so handsome. ரொம்ப அழகா இருக்கீங்க Maharaj.
Naughty.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Come, my boy Prahlada. It has been long time that you have learned from these teachers. Tell me, what is the best of all the subjects that you have learned?
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. These 9 processes are known as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to Lord through these 9 processes is known as most learned, for he has acquired complete knowledge.
Shanda! Maharaj, you could not even handle a 5-year-old child. How dare you, unqualified son of a Brahmana? How dare you? You have taught this child devotional service to Vishnu. What is this nonsense?
Maharaj, mercy, mercy, Maharaj. Whatever Prahlad says, it's not taught by me or anyone else. This devotional service is natural, developed himself. Don't be cool down anger. Please cool down your anger. And this is not the way to just insult the Brahmanas in such a way.
Maharaj, we haven't done this, Maharaj.
My dear rascal, if you are not taught, you have not learned this from your teacher. From where have you learned this?
Matirguna Krishna Parata Swatova, Mithobi Patyeta Griha Vratanam, Adanta Gobe Visatam Tamisram, Puna Punascharvita Charvananam. Because of their uncontrolled senses, people too addicted to materialistic life proceed towards hellish conditions. Their inclinations towards Krishna are not aroused either by instructions of others or by their own efforts or by a combination of both.
Demands! Take this boy away from me. He deserves to be killed. Kill him as soon as possible.
In this material world, relationships are bound by expectations and not unconditional love. What is the use of living in such a world where your own family members despise you? The demons thus began striking the tender parts of Prahlad Maharaj's body with their tridents. The demons all had fearful faces, sharp teeth, and reddish coppery beards and hair, and they appeared extremely threatening. Making a tumultuous sound, shouting, "Chop him! Pierce him!" they began striking Prahalad Maharaj, who sat silently, meditating upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The weapons of the demons had no tangible effects upon Prahlad Maharaj because he was a devotee, undisturbed by material conditions and fully engaged in meditating upon and serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When all the attempts of the demons to kill Prahlad Maharaj were futile, the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, being most fearful, began contriving other means to kill him. Hiranyakashipu could not kill his son by throwing him beneath the feet of big elephants, throwing him among huge fearful snakes, employing destructive spells, hurling him from the top of a hill, conjuring up illusory tricks, administering poison, starving him, exposing him to severe cold, winds, fire and water, or throwing heavy stones to crush him. When Hiranyakashipu found that he could not in any way harm Prahlad, who was completely sinless, he was in great anxiety about what to do next.
I used many ill names to chastise this boy Prahlada, and I devised many ways to kill him. But despite all my endeavors, he is still unharmed. He could not be killed. He seems to be immortal. Because of my enemy towards him, I may die, or this may never happen.
Maharaj, we all know that when you just move your eyebrow, all the commanders from the various planets will be afraid. Without any help and any assistance, you conquer all the three worlds. So therefore, we don't feel any reasons for you to be more depressed.
Absolutely. Maharaj, Prahlad is just a child and he should not be a source of your anxiety. Whatever good and bad qualities he possesses, it's all of no value.
Maharaj, until our spiritual master return back, we will arrest him. By time comes, he will just change and he will start following, and there will be change in his intelligence. Yes, Maharaj.
So many of the ministers have failed me. But that is not my concern. My concern is that boy Prahlada. If you fail again to change that boy, I'll butcher you to that extent that no one will be able to differentiate between this flesh and blood. And I will give it to my mantris and the dogs. Go, tell the cook to prepare some food for the king. The king is hungry. The king is hungry.
After hearing these instructions of Shanda and Amarka, the sons of his spiritual master, Hiranyakashipu agreed and requested them to instruct Prahlad in that system of occupational duty which is followed by royal householder families. The teachers Shanda and Amarka instructed Prahlad in the three kinds of material advancement called religion, economic development, and sense gratification. Prahlad, however, being situated above such instructions, did not like them, for such instructions are based on the duality of worldly affairs, which involve one in a materialistic way of life, marked by birth, death, old age, and disease.
I want silence. बोलो हिरण्यकशिपु की
Hiranyakashipu ki!
हिरण्यकशिपु की जय
बोलो हिरण्यकशिपु की जय!
हिरण्यकशिपु की जय
हिरण्यकशिपु की जय!
ए सुबह कुछ खाया नहीं क्या बोलो हिरण्यकशिपु की
हिरण्यकशिपु की
जय
Chup! Chup!
Who is talking in the back? No one should talk in the kitchen. Now, students, today we are going to learn about diplomacy and politics.
Oh, leave me alone! Chup!
Why is everyone speaking? Chop chop peto. Today we're going to learn about diplomacy and politics. You are the legacy of the Asuras. You should be very perfect in the art of modern warfare. Using that knowledge, Arey, be quiet. Using that knowledge, you are supposed to destroy all the demigods and take over their kingdom. Arey, don't talk. What are you doing? Be quiet. We are Asuras and we should learn. We should destroy the demigods and take over their wealth and their wives. Now, you should be perfect in that art. Your enemy's enemy is your friend. You should make all the other kings and all the enemies your best friends and your friends to expand your kingdom. Once you make a powerful kingdom, you can destroy everyone. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very nice class today. I hope you have gained a lot of knowledge. I will have to go home and do some chores. I shall take your leave now.
When the teachers went home to attend to their household affairs, the students of the same age as Prahlad Maharaj would call him to take the opportunity of leisure hours for play. Prahlad Maharaj, who was truly the supreme learned person, then addressed his class friends in a very sweet language. Smiling, he began to teach them about the uselessness of the materialistic way of life. Being very kind to them, he instructed them as follows.
What are you thinking about? We have noticed you, Prahlad. You're so calm and composed. What's the reason we are in a peace? Please tell us your secret. My dear sons of Asuras, please come. Because you have shown your interest, I shall now disclose what I know. Kaumaram acharya prajnyo dharman bhavutaniha durlabha manusam jadma tadapi adruva martadam. One who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of life from the tender age of childhood to practice devotional service, leaving all other engagements. The human form of life is rarely achieved, and although temporary, is meaningful because you can practice the devotional service. My dear friends, please give up your demoniac natures and show mercy to all living entities.
Prahlad, how have you become so learned and advanced? Where have you received this knowledge from?
I received this knowledge from the great sage Narada, who is always engaged in devotional service. This knowledge is known as Sanatan Dharma and is completely scientific.
My dear Prahlad, how was it possible for you to hear from Narada?
When my father was doing tapasya in Mandrachal hill, I was in my mother's womb. The demigods wanted to kill me, but Narad Muni assured them that I'm going to be a pure devotee of the Lord. He protected my mother by taking her to his hermitage. In his hermitage, he delivered the instructions of the scriptures to me and my mother. It's because of his blessings I still remember this knowledge. My dear friends, now that I've instructed you on what to do, let's all chant the holy names of the Lord. Repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Now
Be quiet, be quiet.
Hiranyakashipu is intoxicated by liquor.
No, it's okay.
I am immortal. I am immortal. I am immortal. I am immortal. I am immortal.
Maharaj,
Maharaj, he is still not changed. He is still favoring our enemies, Maharaj.
Maharaj, all went wrong. He is not only just practicing devotional services, he just convinced all the Gurukul quits and all the demon childs have started following him. Now all the Gurukul is glorifying with the names of Vishnu.
Vishnu. Vishnu. Vishnu. Vishnu. Vishnu. Vishnu.
Maharaj,
Rascal. By whose power have you become so fearless that you challenge my authority to rule you?
The source of my strength is also the source of yours. He's not only the source of my strength or yours, but he is the source of strength of everyone. Without him, no one can get any strength. So whether moving or not moving, superior or inferior, everyone, including Lord Brahma, is controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. My dear father, please give up your anger, control your mind. In this way, one is completely fit for worshipping Lord Vishnu.
You rascal. I understand your desire to be killed by my hand. I will fulfill your desire being your father. But where is Vishnu? Vishnu is everywhere. Where is he? Why is he not here to protect you? Is he inside that pillar? I will break the pillar and I will break your head. Let's see.
भवी पूरा पहना, भवी पूरा पहना, बाला पूरा।
Namaste Whenever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. The Lord always comes to protect his devotees, and in this age of Kali, the Lord protects his devotees with his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,